What is up, guys? Stephen Harvey here from the Plan to Profit YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Kiwisaver. Okay, so all of you Kiwis that are invested your money in Kiwisaver, and I really hope there are quite a few of you, because I've been getting a lot of questions surrounding Kiwisaver. People have been asking what they should do, whether they should be putting more money in, contributing more, contributing less, or nothing at all, and even whether they should be changing their fund. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about those options and what I may recommend doing with your Kiwisaver. As well as that, we'll talk about the situation, why it's doing what it's doing, because obviously if you are watching this video, your Kiwisaver, my Kiwisaver, and a lot of other people's Kiwisavers have probably been going down. Obviously surrounding the stock market crash. But before we do get into that, if you guys haven't subscribed already, then hit that subscribe button down below. I think around 70% of you that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're actually closing in on 850 subscribers. Obviously the next level we want to hit is 900 subscribers, so we should get that pretty soon as long as you guys hit that button there. Now, if you do enjoy the video and you found it very informative and maybe it gave you a little bit of an idea of what to do with your Kiwisaver, then hit that like button down below. That's greatly appreciated, and obviously it helps that YouTube algorithm, so more people, more Kiwis out there can see this video and they can get an idea of what to do. Now, do remember, like I say in most of my videos, I'm not a financial advisor, so everything I do say is just what I'm doing. I do use the word recommend. However, at the end of the day, this is your own Kiwisaver. You get to choose what you want to do with your money in there. But enough of that, let's jump into my computer here and get straight into the video. So I'm going to make it short and sweet, this video. First things first, don't panic, like I said a little bit earlier. That's basically it. The key is just don't panic. Obviously, big things are happening with the market, okay? It is reported that during this market crash, the NZX had actually wiped out about 6 months worth of gains in just a matter of days because of the current situation, okay? Now, if you haven't seen my last video, the current situation, I'm referring to the current situation, or in other words, I'm going to call it Rona, but you can figure that out for yourself. So we do know what's going on. We do know it's having a big effect on the stock markets. And obviously our Kiwisavers are invested in the stock market, okay? So it's not like a savings account where your money is just saved in there and has a small interest rate. They actually go ahead and use that money to invest it into the stock market, and then that way you can get returns from it. So you can, obviously, when you sign up to Kiwisaver, you get to choose what type of fund you want to be in. So you can be in quite a conservative fund, or you can be in quite an aggressive fund for your investing. So high risk, high reward, or low risk, low reward. Now, like I said, many people have seen a significant drop in their Kiwisaver balance. In this case here, as you can see, reported by NewsHub here, we have first home buyer loses $10,000 from a Kiwisaver in just 1 week. And that was, I think, about 12% that this Kiwisaver user had. So yeah, big drops in people's Kiwisavers. Some people, yeah, like I said, are panicking. Some people have even ended up in the negative. But really, just don't panic, okay? Now, we'll be leaving links to these articles down below in the description. I'll be showing you a few articles in this video, but I'm not going to go too in depth in them. Otherwise, the video is just going to get way too long, and then you guys are just going to get bored. So I'm going to slightly touch on each one, and then you can obviously do your extended research on those articles, because they're probably the best ones that I found. So we have this one here, like I said, 12% down on their Kiwisaver. Then we also go to this web page right here, and we can see, I'm going to blank out the current situation here, but all your Kiwisaver questions answered. So this one's really good. I am kind of touching a little bit on some of these questions. However, yeah, if you really want to go in depth, then this is a really good article for you guys to read. The article basically touches on why the share market has been falling. Will the market keep falling? Should you switch your fund to a lower risk fund? We're going to talk about that shortly. And what if you want to use your Kiwisaver as a deposit on your first home as well? So those are all really important things. And then the last article that I have here is by Juno here. And this one here is pretty much sums up what I would recommend doing and what I'm doing, okay? So it says here, should I change my fund? Now, with your fund, you're either conservative or medium or high risk. And in here, it says, avoid making snap decisions on your fund type based on external factors. Just like a wobble in the financial market or a strong investment strategy is time in the market, okay? Not about timing the market. You don't want to be swapping and changing your fund purely because the market's gone down and then all of a sudden it's going back up again. Really, that's not going to work. I mean, if you get really, really lucky, then good for you. But even Warren Buffett himself says that it's all about time in the market and not timing the market. And he even made a $1 million bet with a stockbroker saying that he could get better results than them over a 10-year period, where the stockbrokers tried to time the market and he actually just sat and consistently invested over that 10-year period, and he came out with better returns. Now, here are 3 things that you could do with your Kiwisaver, okay? The first one is don't do anything at all. Just leave it as it is, leave the fund as it is, and then eventually the market will pick up, okay? Because the Kiwisaver is all about investing long term. So if you aim to have that fund in there or your money in there for a 10-year period, then I imagine that from now till the next 10 years, the market really is going to pick up again. If you go back to conservative, well, I'll have to be honest to you right now. If you go to conservative just after watching this video, I'm afraid it's a little bit too late. You would have been able to do it maybe 2 or 3 months ago, just before this happened. But if you do it now, it really is too late. You're better off sticking in your fund, and then that way, if you stay in it, then anything that comes out of this market crash and you start going back up again, your fund's really going to recover. But if you go to conservative fund, then what happens is, even though the market's going back up, you're not going to see greater returns as if you just stayed in that fund. Now, the second one is that if you do find yourself on a conservative fund, you could always increase it. You could go to medium risk, or you could go a higher risk. It means that they are going to be putting a lot more of your money into those higher risk funds. But then obviously, like I said, high risk can come to high reward. So that one there is completely up to you. I want to tread lightly there. I don't want to recommend that you 100% go top high risk fund. That's completely up to you, and maybe something that you can talk with your Kiwisaver provider, and they'll be able to assist you a lot more within that. And the last one is actually one of the 2 reasons we have Kiwisaver, and that is buying a house, okay? So yes, your Kiwisaver might have gone down, but if you are looking at investing into the property market, the property market obviously has come down a little bit in New Zealand, and it could come down a little bit further, or we could see it pick back up again. So you could buy a house if you have enough in your Kiwisaver fund to make a deposit on one. But maybe you're looking at buying a house within the next 5 or 10 years, then that's fine. Just stick with your fund and leave it in your Kiwisaver and let it grow, and let the investments do all the work for you, because come 5 or 10 years, you're going to have a nice big deposit for a nice home. Now, that is all for today's video. Like I said, it is a short one, so I do hope you guys got something out of it, and I hope you can get a little bit more by using those links down below for the articles. And for those of you who do enjoy my Sharesies update videos, I will be coming up with an update video on another platform that I'm using, which is Hatch Invest. So if you really want to see that one, then go ahead and share my channel with as many friends as you can, because as soon as we hit 880 subscribers, I'm going to be releasing that video for you all to see my Hatch Invest US stock market portfolio. That is all for now. We'll see you guys in the next one.